Hey, adrenaline junkies! Welcome to Mind Rush. Get ready for the craziest motorcycle police chases caught on camera. Feel the roar of engines, witness daring escapes, and experience heart-pounding two-wheeled action that'll leave you breathless. Let's get your heart racing. Harley-Davidson motorcycles are known for their iconic look and legendary name, but speed, not so much. Most production Harleys top out around 115 miles per hour, and unless you've got a special edition, you're not outrunning the cops anytime soon. However, one Florida biker clearly missed that memo when he tried to flee from the Florida Highway Patrol on January 27, 2023. Let's see how far he gets before these souped-up patrol cars put the brakes on his little stunt. The officers slow the chase down and bring it to a safe end. But this biker wasn't about to go quietly. Watch as they almost catch him, but just as they close in, he slips away at the last second. As they say, third time's a charm. Despite the bikers' protests over the troopers' love tap, it didn't change the fact that officers tried to pull him over the nice way several times. The chase started after an active bolo, be on the lookout, was issued for a black Harley-Davidson with no visible plate. To make matters worse, 5 different 911 callers reported this biker for reckless driving. He'd already eluded other troopers earlier in the day.
Fucking road, you cocksuckers. You're not supposed to do that in Palm Beach County. It ain't Martin County. It ain't Martin County. He just said, what's they doing? It doesn't matter. You can't do that in fucking Palm Beach County. You can't take that off. Yes, you can't take that off. Sir, you can't take that off. Your son's born. Go with you, didn't you? Sir, your son was born.
Anthony's your first name?
On March 3, 2022, in Bibb County, a blue dirt bike with an unhelmeted rider, Zachary Travion Pryor Hicks, caught an officer's eye on Shirling Drive. When the officer tried to pull him over, Pryor Hicks sped off, blowing through a red light. With Trooper Jordan Barker joining the chase, the dirt bike rider performed tricks and dodged through oncoming traffic, pushing his luck. After some reckless maneuvers, he finally lost control and crashed on Donald Avenue. Despite resisting, Pryor Hicks was taken into custody. The dirt bike? Uninsured and unregistered, it was towed away. Pryor Hicks was checked at the hospital before heading to the Bibb County lockup, facing multiple charges.
Anything you say can or will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present before any questions if you wish. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you. You can decide at any time to answer my questions or not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand these rights?
Yes, sir.
With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All right. What you running for?
I was on the way home, sir.
And please don't BS me. Just what you running for?
I was on the way home, sir.
That's not making any sense. If you're on the way home, this is a small stop. Checking registration and insurance on the bike.
French biker cops don't play around. This particular officer was on a mission, tearing down a narrow highway shoulder in pursuit of a T-Max bike. Watch as he maneuvers with laser focus, hot on the suspect's trail. Our suspect, wearing a bright green vest, not exactly the best choice for a subtle escape, cuts into the left lane. It's safe to say he didn't plan on a high-speed getaway that day. As he veers right, he nearly sideswipes the officer's bike, despite the open lane ahead. The officer quickly cuffs him and assesses the scene. June 9, 2024 was not your average day for Arkansas State Trooper Robert Rome. While on patrol, he spotted a suspicious guy lounging on a motorcycle near a gas station. After making a smooth U-turn at a nearby station, the biker decided to hit the throttle and bolt down a side street, kicking off an adrenaline-pumping high-speed chase through residential neighborhoods. Radar guns clocked him at speeds pushing 130 miles per hour, making it way too risky for officers to attempt a pit maneuver. His off-road swerves left everyone wondering. Was he trying to shake the cops, or just struggling to control a bike that had taken a few love taps from Trooper Rome's front bumper?
Senior lane or normal days. Back to north of the north. Clear, clear, clear. We're about 50 right now. Back on it. Yeah, towards the downtown area. We stay right.
Back on the
The suspect pushed into a long, hilly stretch of road, probably thinking that if he broke sight, he could make a slick turn and vanish down a side street. Or maybe he had an even bolder plan: make it to Oklahoma and hope the police would back off. Back on familiar roads, the suspect wove through traffic, pulling every trick in the book to shake his pursuers. Enter Trooper Diego Araujo, taking over as the lead when Rome got boxed in. We'll ride shotgun with Araujo until the grand finale, where our would-be daredevil takes an off-road tumble, bringing the chase to a screeching halt.
Going through a red light.
The suspect's name remains a mystery, and we're left guessing what charges he faced. Footage suggests he might have run because of a small stash of marijuana. Ironically, the officers said he could have walked away with just a misdemeanor, but now he's looking at a stack of felonies. Turns out most of that chatter went over the suspect's head. He didn't speak English. Cue one officer reading him his Miranda rights in Spanish. Talk about an international twist. On August 8, 2017, one of those officers found himself in a high-speed pursuit with a sports bike that wasn't playing by the rules. The chase is believed to have kicked off near the town of Jichin, a historic gem in the Hradec-Králové region, with a population of around 16,000. What set off the pursuit? We're not sure, but whatever it was, this officer was determined not to let the biker slip away. The chase roared to life on a scenic road through the rolling Czech countryside. Our biker took the officer down hilly, two-lane roads, coming dangerously close to a local out for a casual bike ride. The officer had to dance between avoiding oncoming cars and keeping sight of the biker. Then came the break he needed. The biker slowed down and turned onto a residential road. The officer closed the gap, watching as the suspect leaned left at a fork, only to face an unexpected dead end. Game over. The officer jumped out, gun drawn, and the biker, knowing he was caught, shut off the engine and surrendered. What charges followed? We don't know, but it's safe to say that riding through the countryside came with a high price. Running from the police is risky. Running at night, even worse. But running from the police at night on a high-speed motorcycle? That's playing with fire. This suspect in Georgia, however, thought he could outmaneuver the Georgia State Patrol, GSP, long enough to cross the border into Tennessee. Troopers Hobbs, Weaver, and Shackelford weren't about to let that happen. When Trooper Weaver's vehicle lost power, Trooper Shackelford stepped up as the lead. He pulled up alongside the biker and tried nudging him toward the shoulder, hoping the suspect would slow down so the team could box him in. But the move didn't work as planned. However, Shackelford spotted something crucial. The rider was struggling to control the bike at high speeds. If Shackelford could just keep the pressure on, he knew the biker might panic and make a mistake. Now we're riding with Corporal Hobbs as he sees the same issue. The suspect might look composed, but eventually he'd slip up. And patience paid off. As they hit a sharp turn, Hobbs positioned himself on the biker's left side, waiting for that inevitable moment. And it came. The biker lost control, and the chase ended with police slapping on the cuffs and securing the suspect. That's when he started complaining about back pain, prompting a visit from medical personnel. Lesson of the day? If you run from the police on a motorcycle, don't act surprised when things end with sirens and sore muscles. This guy will have plenty of time behind bars to rethink his nighttime joyrides. What you're about to see isn't a Hollywood action flick. It's a real-life police chase through the tight streets of Osasco, Brazil. Some say it's the best chase footage ever captured. It all started when a motorcyclist and his passenger were spotted popping wheelies and tearing through the crowded streets of São Paulo. A motorcycle cop tried to pull them over, but they had other plans. The rider hit the throttle, leading officer on a heart-pounding 6-minute pursuit through busy streets and narrow alleys. The biker dodged traffic, cut tight corners, and pulled stunts that would put a Hollywood stuntman to shame. But the officer wasn't letting up. When traffic got tighter, the chase reached dangerous new levels. Close calls with buses, red lights ignored, and sharp turns that nearly lost the officer. The biker knew he needed something drastic to shake the cop, so he dove into residential neighborhoods. He almost pulled it off. One more turn, and he might have escaped. But as incredible as this chase was, it had to end. Based on his skill and knowledge of the city, this wasn't his first chase. And now, it might be his last. With moves like that, both of these guys could have had a career as Hollywood stunt drivers. Arkansas State Trooper Trevoris Tatum was patrolling just 10 miles southwest of Little Rock when he caught a jaw-dropping sight: a young guy on a blue dirt bike popping a wheelie right in front of him. Trooper Tatum didn't waste a second, flipping on his lights and making a swift U-turn to pull the daredevil over. For a moment, it seemed like the rider was going to comply. But nope. He cranked the throttle and took off.
Stop, state police, stop.
On these side streets, the dirt bike had the upper hand, weaving through traffic and zipping through parking lots like it was built for this. Trooper Tatum eventually lost sight of the bike, but the ride wasn't over. Enter Trooper William Cash, who spotted someone matching the description in another parking lot. And just like that, the chase was back on.
Coming up on Otter Creek. Speeds 70, 90. Getting back on the service road, Otter Creek.
Back on the service road.
Go break that parking lot.
The police lost visual, and the chase was called off. Whether the biker was ever caught, or if a better description surfaced, remains a mystery. One thing's for sure. Running from the cops is never a smart move. This kid got lucky, but luck ran out fast. Try it again, and the odds will be stacked against him. June 17, 2024, Fort Myers, Florida. Highway Patrol Officer Fernando Sierra was cruising south on I-75 when he spotted a black motorcycle with an obscured license plate. Not only was the rider speeding, but he was darting through traffic like he owned the road. Officer Sierra didn't waste any time and flipped on his lights. Now, check out how the biker briefly thinks about stopping, but then decides to take off. 21-year-old Joseph Owens, the rider, later claimed that he wasn't trying to run. He was just on his way back to work when Officer Sierra pulled up behind him. In his mind, driving over 120 miles per hour and weaving through lanes with a police officer in pursuit didn't count as running. But something about that equation just doesn't add up. He was definitely running. But here's the kicker. Why? Joseph didn't have drugs or weapons on him, and there's no indication that he had an active warrant. He wasn't a criminal mastermind, just an average guy who made an incredibly dumb decision that day. April 14th, 2023. State Trooper Tyler Langley is on the lookout near Route 64 in Conway, Arkansas, keeping his eyes peeled for a suspect on a high-performance sports bike. Finally, he spots him attempting to merge back onto the highway. But as soon as the suspect clocks Trooper Langley, he does a quick spin and guns it down I-40 East, nearly leaving the officer in his wake. With traffic on his side, the biker has the upper hand, darting effortlessly between cars while Trooper Langley has to wait for openings to move. The biker could have taken an exit long ago, vanishing into the maze of side streets. Trooper Langley radios in with an update, confirming that the suspect is still racing down I-40 East. Unfortunately, traffic keeps slowing him down, and eventually he has no choice but to call off the chase. Whether the police manage to catch up with the speedy rider later remains a mystery. Thanks for riding the adrenaline wave with us here at Mind Rush. If you're hungry for more heart-pounding action and edge-of-your-seat excitement, don't go anywhere, because we're just getting started. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more mind-blowing moments coming your way soon.